Well, howdy do, and welcome to another episode of Hush Hush Taboo Talks with Shay and Juju. I'm Juju.
And I'm Shay. Hey, hey.
That is a mouthful. You know,
Right.
let me just say, I'm impressed that we do that all the time.
We do.
And we do have some outtakes, but that's a mouthful to get out, y'all.
Yes.
All right, but anyway, thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.
Happy belated... Happy Aquarius season.
Happy
We're in the
Aquarius.
midst of Aquarius season. We had to catch up from our hiatus, which is necessary for most creatives that I know anyway.
Right.
And probably other people too, but especially creatives because it does take energy to create.
It does.
To make something where there was nothing. To make something of quality also where there was nothing before. That being said, we'll start with at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. Julie Andrews. Aquarius is from, I'm doing this offhand, but it's January 20, I think it varies sometimes, but 21st, 22nd to February like 18th or so.
An air sign.
And it's a fixed
My
air sign.
fellow air sign.
And my opposite. Leo's opposite. I know more Aquarius than I do Capricorn, which we just got finished with. So I can speak more on it organically on Aquarius than I could of Capricorn. So they're fixed air, which is a conundrum in itself, which brings us to Aquarius because they're eccentric. Y'all are like weird, which I love. Kind of like, you know, if Prince were in a Gemini, he'd be in Aquarius.
Probably.
Just so eccentric.
Yes.
The fact that they're fixed air is a conundrum in itself. It's like air is probably the least containable element. You know, it's
Right.
everywhere at all times. It's hard to measure. I guess you can measure the speed, but it doesn't have a shadow. Like it's a thing because you can feel it. You can't really see it. And we go by sight. I feel like those who have sight go by sight first. Like that's what you rely on first.
Right.
And then everything else. But so anyway, something that's a fixed air is a conundrum in itself. Also, Aquarians are very eccentric, which I'm eccentric anyway. I was gonna be, so I appreciate that. Some qualities, according to blog.prepscholar.com, are progressive, independent, intelligent, unique, and idealistic. The ones that I've known have been all of those things, for sure. One of my grandmothers, all of those things, eccentric, brilliant, and not readily, for Aquarians in general, not readily understood. Not necessarily, you're not going to get them right away.
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
You might like them right away, you might not, but I don't know if you'll fully get all of what there is to appreciate right away. And I like that too. But again, how could you?
Right.
It's fixed air, which
Right.
that's the oxymoron. I'm fixed fire, so that's kind of a thing too. But
Right.
But overall, I get along with it. They're philosophical as well, and I'm a philosophy nerd, so I get it.
Yeah. Well, you
What's
know,
your
I
take
have
on it?
beef with almost every sign. This is the one sign I don't have beef.
Listen.
I don't have beef with no Aquarius. I actually really like Aquarius. They're very free flowing. I feel like every Aquarius that I've met are very like free spirited type of people. Like they don't care about it, like anything. Like I think of Aquarius like hippies. Like they're like, hey, it's whatever. You know, like they're just like flowing with the wind or whatever.
I can see that.
Yeah, I like their nature. From jump, I feel like every Aquarius. I never had like a bad experience with an Aquarius. I can speak on mine, you know, mine's, but I never had a bad experience with an Aquarius. I feel like they are creative. I remember having this friend, and she had like purple hair and pink hair. They're very expressive, but expressive through fashion, through their arts, through their work. You know, she was an artist, so she liked to draw. So she was really good at drawing. She was very smart. They're intellectual people too. She was very smart. And then I had another person, which she can draw too. So she was an Aquarius and she was an artist too. She'd draw her ass off. Very creative, very, very, very creative mindset, Aquarius people. some of them could be kind of quiet, and and like play it like how it is, whatever. But some of them can be a little, hey, like
right
down with it. I can't explain it, but
that's to do with the other part of the natal chart. But also, I think Aquarius too. Aquarius by itself is hard to pin down as this or that.
That part, yes, I can see that. I can see that they're very free, as in like you can't tie them down to anything as well.
To categorize them is difficult. Yes,
and it's kind of like Gemini too, in a sense.
It's the air signs.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, I feel like air can take on. They're it's the most adaptable element for sure. And so that's why I say it's funny that there's a fixed air in general. There's all the combinations possible for the 12 signs, of course, and the modes, I guess, cardinal, fixed, immutable. But I love it. I love the weirdness of it. I'm here for weird because I'm weird myself.
Yeah, they're
in case
unique.
You haven't noticed.
They're very,
very unique.
And like I said, the women, I don't know too much about the men, but I know the women are very expressive. And I don't even think they're emotional people. I have not seen it. No, seriously, I haven't seen.
You didn't say they're devoid of emotion. You said
no,
you haven't seen
I haven't
them outwardly.
seen an emotional Aquarius. Like straight up emotional Aquarius, like all the time. I've seen. We're getting into Pisces season soon. I've seen emotional Pisces.
Well, water is going to be emotional.
They emotional. I never knew there was
the
that
element
emotional.
of water.
They emotional as hell. But
air,
Aquarius,
it's not as expressed. Water, they're going to express it.
That is true.
Because that's the nature of water.
That is true. Because I'm not that emotional.
Heavy.
Like if you see me crying, it has to be like something like, damn, like this really bothered her. Like I'm not a crier. I'm not an emotional person. Sometimes I even laugh awkwardly at crazy situations.
Church giggles.
And I feel like Aquarius is the same thing too. Yeah. I feel like they're not emotional people. I feel like they're more non-emotional people than Geminis, because I feel like they're more stoic in a sense. They're
the oldest air sign, if I'm not mistaken, so that makes sense.
So they have maybe they have poker faces, I don't know, but they're more stoic in their shit more so than just like emotional or in shit. Like I feel like I don't really see, just like Libras too. I'm gonna compare them to Libras as well. I don't really see Aquarius in fuck shit like that. If that makes
air
sense.
is hard to read though. That makes sense.
It is.
All those hard. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, y'all are of the element of air. So air is very, like I said, it's hard to contain and categorize.
It's true.
That would go with emotional expression too.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
For y'all Aquarius, alright, so I have Aquarius friends, so y'all know who y'all are. The only thing I dislike about Aquarius, okay, so I can have a friend that's Aquarius for 20 years, right? We could be friends for 20 years, and they disappear for and this. I kid you not. I don't even know what it is, but I kid you not. I have friends from way back that's Aquarius women, and this is more than 5, and they all do the same thing. So they're in my life from when I was younger or whatever. We were friends, we was kicking it, Then they disappear. They literally disappear for 2 years, 3 years straight. I don't hear nothing from them. They come back, they hit me up on a phone or on Facebook or on Instagram, and they be like, hey girl, nothing ever happened. Where we going out? I kid you not,
That's
this
funny.
happened.
I do like that dynamic though. I can have that with most people, because everyone appreciates busyness at all times.
Absolutely, it's fine.
I like the dynamic of, and I have that with several of my peeps. We can go, because a lot of my close people who are close to me, in a soulfully, are not close to me physically and geographically. We can pick up after a month or several months and
bitch, tell me where you were for the past 2 years.
That's hilarious. Not in Aquarius.
I'm a Gemini.
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna be like, okay, we can hang. I'm not, I'm not gonna be like, no, bitch, we haven't spoken in how long. I'm not gonna be like that. But in the back of my head, I'm like, what? Every Aquarius
7 days.
And they ghost me. Well, not really ghost me. They just, I guess they doing their own thing. And then when they come back, it's still.
They're notorious for doing their own thing. What do you mean?
It's they pop it up from where they left off at. We didn't even miss a beat. It's
you don't know what I was doing? I know I wasn't telling you, but you ain't know. But that's it. That's the eccentric. They're hyper focused on I appreciate it because
I
of
appreciate
course
it
I'm
too.
their opposite.
Yeah.
Like Leo's their opposite. So in the opposites though, you have the same modality. I think it's called. So
Yeah.
we're both fixed. Maybe that's why we're opposite because we're so similar in that way that we ain't nobody going nowhere.
Right.
Like I'm fixed and you're fixed, but we're opposite elements. So fire and air. So we
Right.
get what I have, you don't have, and vice versa. But so it'll either tick us off about each other, or
Keep it
draw
going.
us further in.
Right.
And then because we can learn things from each other. But I do like that idea of, well, I'm gonna just do me because I got one life to live. They might it may go everything in moderation, and everything has you can swing from extreme to extreme.
Yeah.
And not be an Aquarius,
Right.
or not have it in your chart.
Right.
But I do appreciate that free, because life doesn't. A lot of things about life make sense. Humans complicate life, but a lot of things about the complications of life don't make sense.
Right.
So I get it. And then again, the whole time thing, like, girl, you ain't getting no younger.
Yeah.
Go ahead and live your life.
Right.
Accountability too, though. Is that what you're saying? Go ahead.
And then when they get into relationships, they forget all about their friends. Let's just say that. When they get into relationships,
I don't know them well enough to know that. Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
when they get into relationships, it's like they forget all about their friends. Like from what I've experienced.
So they
When
fall deep.
They do. And it's all about their partner. And my sister can attest to this as well, because she dated Aquariuses, and they just drop their friends like flies and just attend to her. So it's like they just like drop their friends, and it's like, I don't know, because this is how I feel. I feel like probably they get in relationships, and when they're in a relationship for 2 years, they don't speak, and then when they finish with that relationship, or the relationship's finished with them, I don't know which part, they come back and be like, hey girl, like, it's like,
I see.
yeah,
like
that's,
it's more
I don't
of
know if that's
an opportunistic dynamic, or
I
quid
mean,
pro quo, like transactional, like, oh, well, I have these right now. But now I'm alone.
I feel
I'll
like
remember
maybe
you.
they just give their all into their relationships
and have nothing else
and
left.
have nothing else left
Of quality, of substance.
right,
Okay,
right.
okay.
So it's
Even
not
for themselves.
necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, hey girl, like, let me know you alive, During.
It does take a few seconds to say, hey girl, I'm good.
Yeah.
Or I'm in love heaven. Or
that part, and that's it. And then keep it moving, and then be all right, she
and
good.
I'm gonna
she
be
good.
there for a while.
Right, that part.
For days on end. Which brings us to the last part. It's kind of like RuPaul's Drag Race equivalent, like the Snatch Game of our astrology episodes. The celebs, y'all. All right, so first of all, we're recording this on Miss Roberta Flack's birthday. First of all, I was gonna try to calculate. I'm just glad she's here. Calculate, and I was like, I ain't gonna do that to Miss Mother Dr. Roberta Flack, because I give her an honorary doctorate if she hasn't received one. Roberta Flack. I just saw a documentary about her. And one just came, American Masters on PBS. Y'all check it out if you haven't. I didn't know how brilliant. I knew she was brilliant because I listened to her music, but I didn't know. Like when I was growing up, I knew her songs, but I didn't really study her as much as I did some others. So I'm glad I'm getting into her now when I can receive her better, because she's so deep. And shout out to Roberta Flack. And the post that I posted, if y'all follow the hush podcast
if you're not following
on IG.
Period.
If you followed, then you would know
exactly.
that I posted something by Roberta Flack saying that, if you basically implying that you are the light, and if you don't see it, the light, then find it, because that is the love. Anyway, brilliant person, Toni Morrison, who also said freeing yourself is one thing, accepting the freedom, that's the other post, is another. That's another post I put. Anita Baker. These are all just heavy hitters. I can speak on an hour on each of these women.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you love Miss Anita?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm going to stop right there, and then I'll let you say a few, because I can go on about...
We have some time.
Brandy.
Please, a couple more. Okay.
Brandy.
Yes.
The vocal Bible, if you will. I love her. But James Dean, who is... Rebel Without a Cause and Giant, only had a few movies, only had a little bit in his repertoire because he died so young, but like very left an impression, very mysterious. Also Eartha Kitt's very special friend, not in a romantic way, just like a soul, sibling,
yeah.
like a soul spirit way.
Right. Soul tie.
Eartha keeps coming up. I should just do one on her. All right, Michael Jordan, Shakira, and The Weeknd.
Okay.
Those are the ones that stood out to me. You got any?
I didn't even know Michael Jordan was Aquarius.
Yeah, right. Or did
I have Alicia Keys.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
a great artist.
Yeah, very brilliant.
I have Jennifer Aniston. I like Jennifer Aniston.
Also, I love a lot of Alicia Keys' music, and I appreciate any great pianist. Because
Yes.
piano is one of my favorite. I'm
Yes.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, yes.
I
I
like
didn't
Jennifer
watch Friends. I
Aniston.
watched Living Single more,
I
but I
don't watch
appreciate.
Friends. No, I like her in movies now. I never watched Friends,
The
but I
Good
like
Girl?
her as an actress in movies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
the
very
good girl,
good.
and she is very relatable.
Right.
Yeah.
Miss Kelly Rowland. Okay. Miss Kelly
Amen.
Rowland.
Come on, come on, honey.
No, I was gonna say 3LW.
Oh.
That's the. Let me not dismiss.
Is there an Aquarius there? There might be one.
No, Adrian.
Yes.
Adrian Byline. Hold on,
Okay.
let me look it up.
Let's
I
not
think
get it
she
wrong.
is. Let's not get it wrong. Or she might
On
be a
tape.
Libra. Ooh, nah.
All right, air sign though.
Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland. Amen. Okay.
And then we have Chris Rock. Don't speak
Yes.
about my wife. Smack.
Oh.
And
That's what you think of? Y'all ain't right. Ain't none of y'all right. That's fine. He did so much before that. They both did. I ain't gonna speak on it. We can actually have an episode on that too. If you
right.
want.
That's hilarious.
Toxic masculinity.
Toxic
part two.
masculinity. And then we have Ellen, which is whatever. But yeah.
Did y'all ever see New
Wait,
York
I need
when
to put
Hottie was
I
like,
was gonna put the sound effect on
Uh-huh.
your eyes just now.
You ready?
Ding,
You want
ding,
it?
ding, ding, ding.
Yes. Okay. I was brought up
done.
the right way. If you don't
Right.
have nothing nice to say,
Don't
keep
say
your
it
damn
at all.
mouth shut.
Amen to that.
So I'm working on it.
Yes.
So, and this is me working on it.
Yes.
Grace. No.
I'm
But
so
yeah.
done. Yes. But
Are we gonna? I think that sounds. I'm tuckered out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
yeah.
can go if you.
If
do
you
you have
want
any
to
other?
go ahead, go ahead. I don't got nobody.
I have
else.
nothing else to say about it
I don't got nobody
besides
else.
I do have a fondness for aquariums that I can't quite like articulate because y'all so damn weird.
They
And
cool money.
I love the weird.
They cool money.
Because I'm weird.
Yeah, I fuck with Aquarius.
Mhm,
They cool
mhm.
money. I like them. I like their vibe. I like their style. I'm artistic and creative, just like them. So I'm
Yes.
weird. Geminis are weird too. Fuck it. Let's be weird together.
Let's be your own self, which is by
Let's
the
be
definition weird.
together.
Norm is conforming, you know, and it's restriction. Let's not
'Cause
see
what is
that.
norm? We don't even
And first of all, norm according to whose standards, right?
That part.
Right.
That part.
So I like that. Here's
Yes.
to not conforming to standards.
Yes.
And here's to Aquarius.
Yes.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank you for joining Hush Hush Taboo Talks. Make sure you follow our Instagram at
Hush_podcast, which I said before if you were paying attention, but it
They
bears
probably
repeating.
wasn't paying attention. Let's
Listen,
repeat it.
all right. It is the generation. They manufactured it that way of
That's
shorter
so
attention
true.
spans,
It's
but
so
that's another
true.
story too.
Yes.
That can be a conspiracy. I'm just gonna play the tape back and then I'll write down upcoming episodes.
Right.
Yes, and also Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, and Amazon.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.